Hello everybody and welcome back to a survivor's guide to this war of mine. Last time we started to deal with the outbreak of crime, and today we are going to move on with a few of the new workbenches and hopefully upgrading a few things as well. Pavel went out last night and was searching for supplies, brought some interesting things, as you always do. It is worth noting that we didn't get raided today, which is quite uncommon for an outbreak of crime. So that is something that you can sometimes be lucky enough to happen, but overall it is a bit of a strange one, and so I would still recommend putting people on guard when you can. So I'm going to send both of these guys to sleep first, while Pavel is able to do a few bits and pieces, and then we'll keep moving from there. Actually, I need to remember Bruno can actually be doing that because he needs to cook, as he is the best cooker. This is the thing to remember, is that you always need to stay on top of kind of what the best places are. So we're going to start by making a fuel, because you see, another little tip that I'm going to introduce to you here. I'll quickly make another piece of fuel and we can kind of move on from there. While you're actually on the way to bed, Pavel, you can quickly just check in here to make sure what else are we going to make. So I want to make one of these and I want to make one of these, and these are kind of the next targets, and we also want to make this reinforced door at some point. But at the moment we're going to focus on getting up the materials for these two and looking at that and how this has worked. Oh no, we built the garden, didn't we? So we've built the garden, we just need to make the alcohol distiller next time, which should be very, very good. Everything else I think we have built, and then we can focus on the other bits and pieces and upgrading all those other bits. So we do still need to upgrade this as well, which is going to require quite a bit, but we could be in the process of doing that very, very soon. So you can go to bed, while Bruno, you can cook this, and you notice, however, I am going to be producing 4 food here, out of using all of the materials we have. Now the reason I'm doing this is that if we are raided during an outbreak of crime, anything that is on the board then is completely safe from them being taken. So this isn't, because this counts in your things. However, as soon as you've put it on the stove, it is absolutely fine. Same happens if you're starting to build something here. Everything that is in the process of being built, all the resources for that are kind of safe because they get subtracted immediately from your things. So that is something that is worth paying attention to. So even if we left one food on the stove like we will do today, we are going to be in a better position having done that than if we had just left it and cooked 3, if that makes sense. So hopefully that should be a safe and smart thing to do during an outbreak of crime. For a bit more interesting information on that sort of thing, I would recommend my series where I'm going through every single character and trying to get a high score in them by setting rudimentary scores to things. In that, I've spent a lot of time working out the best way to get through an outbreak of crime, mainly because they are the solo runs where you're just having one person get through them on their own. It's a bit of a different vibe of game overall. I've noticed that there is also a lot more places to grab fuel. It may be that there is no winter in this one. If there isn't, then we'll do another game with a winter kind of vibe in it. But I'm hoping that at the moment this should be a good game to kind of cover all of the bases of everything. So, if we quickly run through what we have done so far. So far, we have gone through on how to set up everything and how to raid in the night. We have gone through upgrading the workbenches. We've built a water collector, a moonshine still. We built this workshop on the first day. We built a radio. We've built the herbal workshop over here, and we've built the garden to grow more herbs. We've got a trap down here, which is used to get more food. We were able to make a hatchet to smash up all the furniture. We were boarding up all of our locations in here. We've also gone through stealth in how to get around that. It may be worth me at some point going for a more active fighting approach to try and show you that side of things as well. So hopefully that will be a good idea for both sides of things. I have noticed that we have currently got nobody coming to the door. I'm now kind of half waiting for that to occur so that Bruno can go to bed, meaning that we can actually deal with this a little bit. So these two can now run and eat, which should be very, very good. I'll send Pavel back to sleep once he's eaten, but this just gives the opportunity to kind of keep moving. There we go, and we can keep moving in another way. That's nice. You can go to bed, and then we can press end day and move on to the next bit. We need to decide what we're going to do at the end day period, but we are going to kind of see how that goes now. So you're going to go to bed. We're going to end the day there. You should be fine, and you'll see that our water finished, and we can start to have a look at a few other locations. I think today it may be worth looking at possible trading exploits and how trading externally works properly. So if I go here, I'm going to send Pavel, I believe, to the military outpost. Do I have... Actually, I'm not going to do that. We'll do that in episode 9 because I do admit there is something that I need to do a bit more... What's the word? ferociously. I need to, no, a bit more stealthily. I could choose the wrong word there. I'm thinking ferocious because I'm going to today go for the more ferocious method here. In which case we're going to send these two people to guard and they're going to stay there. And we're going to go to the warehouse with the hatchet. And I'll take this as well, and this is a way of getting around. I kind of also want to take the gun, but it's better to keep them armed at home. So I'm going to use this opportunity to try and go in and to take out the people here. And then we'll come back with the gun tomorrow to show you shooting. We're going to be a bit more active in our fighting today. Hopefully this should give us a bit of an opportunity now to kind of push on and get ourselves a few more resources as well. So this should be good. I'm going to pick up some resources while I have the opportunity to. I mean, all of this stuff is going to be useful for upgrading things as we go. I could even break up some items here, which is nice. We'll do that and we'll do that. And then we can start to smash this open, which is very, very good. Nice. We can go and quickly grab through this because this will have some wood in it as well now, which is nice. I'll do that. And now we're going to focus on the offensive type moves. So I've just got the hatchet. We're going to focus on a bit more of an active approach, but we can see here that there are some people. As always, as I'd recommend, I'm going to just grab 2 of those for now, and then because all this stuff we can easily grab at the end. So here we go. And it's worth saying, like, we can't actually see or hear what they're doing now, but the reason that this is so useful is we can then kind of listen to what someone's got to say. And one thing to pay attention to, and working out whether or not attacking someone is going to lead you to have negative morale boosts, is whether or not they are kind of bad people, and whether or not you feel like you're doing a good thing by attacking them. So here it says they wouldn't mind hitting humanitarian aid transport again. Now this shows that even though killing is normally a bad thing in this game, these guys are are kind of raiders and bandits and start to attack other people a bit more ferociously. So therefore, we are in a bit of a more free space to try and attack them in order to take their things. So what we're going to do is we are going to make sure with stealth, even if you're going for a more hostile approach, it is so much better to be a bit more focused on all of this. So if we now look through here, we can see that there's a person here with their back to the door, so we can immediately go and do this. However, look, as you can see, this person here is just not particularly strong. There we go, and we can run and do it again. He got hit, but see, we got hurt back, and then we can run and we can hide. You'll find that sometimes people start to, when they're low on life, start to kind of beg for you to stop attacking. Sometimes that works, other times they do fight back, so it is worth being a bit more defensive on that front. I'm quickly going to run here and grab what I can in terms of weapons to show off how this is going to work, because I believe this person does have a weapon that we can use to fight back with. Perfect. We are also able to get a military vest, so I'll drop some of the wood here, pick up this military vest, which increases the armor rating of Pavel, so he should be able to be a bit more protected. If we now head up here, I can now run around below this guy and do the tactic I showed you a few times ago in order to get them into here. And hopefully this person will run down right outside this hiding place. Make sure you always flip into the thing you want to do. And hopefully this person, when he comes across here, gives us the opportunity to do this. And as you can see, because we were hiding in this location, we had a better and we did more damage straight away than the person here. But that's also because I'm going to believe if I was to search this person here, they won't have any armor on them. And so armor, as you can see, did have a massively impactful increase in the attack damage that was given. I'm going to make sure to take the gun with me as another way of keeping ourselves armed. And so therefore we are able to just grab what we can from this guy and we'll kind of continue to keep going. Next time I will come here and show you there is one final person here. And so our plan will be to come back and to show off the ranged weapons as well as being able to get into some of these other locations at this location. So that is the plan. We're going to come back home and we're going to kind of show off what we have here. And then we are going to deal with all of this stuff going forward. As you can see, this is a good example of what armor's about. And it's a very, very interesting thing to be keeping an eye on. As we'll keep going back, I'm going to just make sure that the exit here is good, which is nice, and we'll be able to keep on moving. So yes, there are other forms of armor in the game. You can also make helmets, which I believe maybe I'll be able to get something from here if I'm smart enough to kind of break through and get everything from this location. If not, we'll find one hopefully later in the game. But for now, we're going to just focus on this. There's some more fuel here, that is good to be aware of, but we're going to head to the exit and come back for the day. We'll come back here tomorrow to show off ranged weapon fighting as a method of kind of dealing with things, and I'll take, I believe, the assault rifle and to tell you about the different weapons. So this is good. Actually, I can go through a few of the weapons straight away. We were raided, Bruno got slightly wounded, we've got a lot of good supplies, and we chased them off with a bit of ammunition. They were very aggressive. That's the main problem with the Outbreak of Crime, is that most of the time they're going to end up being very, very aggressive. So you should now be able to head to bed. As you can see, he doesn't seem to be too down about what happened last night in comparison to the previous time when he went out and attacked people. That's because last time, even though they were very ferocious, they weren't raiders. They kind of just were defending their own areas. And so that is something that we are kind of needing to think about when you are thinking about whether or not you'll have a negative impact on how you are kind of doing things. Picking up a few more of these has put us in a position where we could upgrade the garden to become a vegetable garden, which is a very big thing, but we're not going to do that today. We also kind of want to think about that moonshine still, which I'll have a look to see how far away we are, but I think that may be next time alongside the exploits as well, which should be very, very good. How close are we to this? I only need 2 more wood, actually. That's interesting. If the trader comes today, we may be able to get that happening today, which is good. You're tired, so you should head to bed. And who is left? Is this just you, Bruno? Yeah. You got slightly wounded, you are also tired, but you could maybe sleep tonight. We did get raided, so maybe it's going to be less forceful, but I doubt it. In the Outbreak of Crime, you kind of just want to fight your way across the entire thing. However, we did get a bit more food down here, which is very, very good. As you can see, eventually the game descends into making sure that all of the renewable resources you're doing are kind of available to you, plus the ability to make a few tradable resources. We do have the trader coming right now. We're going to grab the remaining wood and then we can show off how to make alcohol, I believe is the one we want to do. So if I think about this in a kind of rudimentary way, we don't really have much sugar, so maybe this guy will also be able to give us some sugar, because then we can show off how to make proper alcohol as well. So let's trade and see what you have. Do you have some sugar for us? You do not. So hopefully that will be something we can build this time, show off the resources and the energy for it, but we should be able to then look at it later on. I also would like one of these, but I think I can focus on what else I can make first. So first things first, let's see what we can trade away. They love guns. Guns are a very, very good, valuable resource, but we're not going to give them away yet today. We're going to try, in order to pick up some wood, if I was to give 10 of these for 10 of this, it's very generous of me. So this is how it's all kind of valued. And I'm going to bring up as much of this as I can get. So for 10 herbs, I can get a good amount of all of this sort of stuff, which puts us in the position to actually build the alcohol distiller. I believe we just need to get the one thermoregulator, which I can quickly build. And as we can see, that will use up pretty much all of my materials, which is interesting. Not great, but we can get by. Besides that, let's have a quick look at what else is on the trading block. I want to pick up that lockpick as well, actually, I do. And so maybe if I do this, maybe with one of those, it won't do try harder. If I chuck one more on there we go. I feel like this is good. Maybe I can grab a little bit of water as well. So this is another good deal, just to grab all of those components, because we want to make sure we have enough. But our focus is at the moment on making the, what's it called? The alcohol distillery, just to show you off. And, yes. Perfect. Nice. Good. And so we also have actually got the ability to do this one as well, but I think we're a bit far away from... We'll do that one next time. Or do we make that now to focus on the reinforced door and to show you how that kind of works in an Outbreak of Crime? And then we'll be able to... set up the alcohol distillery next time, just because all we need for that is the 2 that we'd replace for this. We'd have plenty of time to get the stuff that we need for that. So let's build the reinforced door, which will give us a good ability to protect ourselves. If we look in here, there's some other good stuff that we have, but I think for now we're going to focus on... yes, I think I've got everything I kind of want now. I could pick up, actually, if I was to do this, could I get this? I could get 2 of those, which will replace what I need to use up, and 2 of that. There we go. Just going to deal on that, which is nice, and then going to send them away, letting you sleep, which should be good. and then we're going to have a better door ready and working to keep us safe in night, which means that actually, with that being done, I can leave people asleep at night, because then that alarm will go off and let them come in. So therefore, we've now got a fully upgraded base in terms of being able to protect ourselves from external threats. So therefore, it is very important to kind of have this set up so that it gives us the bigger ability to kind of look after ourselves. I should have also set up this down here. This is also something to bear in mind, that even though he was no longer tied, he stayed in bed, SAD can sometimes work as that condition. You should be able to now make one of this, which is good. And then Bruno, you should be able to chill and just send Pavel to... Pavel doesn't need to sleep. I think that's the end of today, and we're going to show off the shooting mechanics, the ranged weapon tactics. So we're going to do this, and these guys can now just both sleep, which should hopefully improve the abilities for healing as well. We're going to go here, we're going to take with us this, we're going to take with us this, we're going to take this, and we're going to take with us some ammo, which should be good. I also want to take together the 2 saw blades, and I do want to take the crowbar, because this will get us through most of the locations in this area, and we'll be able to then get into all these areas and find out what we need. So we're going to go in and have a look in a bit more detail about how all this works, which should be good. Very, very nice. If we go again and have a look, we can still look through all of these piles and stuff, but remember that last time we specifically left this open so we can actually get through. If we quickly make sure we keep an eye on everything, we'll be able to see that there is a door there, which is interesting. We saw someone move there. I'm a bit wary about this because I don't always know where this person's going to be. Because there's a third person here that we didn't interact with last time, but we can see is kind of kept moving. Ah, there we go. We can keep moving. This is good that they're going this way because it gives us the opportunity to kind of show off what we want to show off. So if we look through here, we should be able to see the final person, which is good. So you can now go and hide. If we go look here, the assault rifle is relatively ranged, but if you can see we're hiding, the further he gets away, the less likely it is to see and shoot him. But as you can see, the closer we get, and if we hide, suddenly this bar, which shows how much you are likely to hit them, goes up. So therefore, this is a sign of how good they are. If I was to go to my backpack and to go to this, and click on the tick there, like tick there to show that this is the equipped one, you can see it's dropped a little bit, but we have got a better shot. As they come closer, they shoot at us, and we can do this. This gives us a little bit extra cover, so the bullet that was hitting us only did slightly wounded. Plus the armor that we had ourselves, it's pretty strong. So you're able to switch between weapons like this, and as you do it, you're able to kind of deal with the threats of people coming in, and if you jump back out, you then can go over and collect what the weapon was. It's worth saying that obviously you need to be aware that the hiding places you can also shoot from them, but they give you a bit less ammo. And we were also shot with a pistol, which is the weakest of the weapons. So it was a good thing that we picked up a good set of weapons when we came. So overall, that is kind of the main things to think about in terms of cover, in terms of distance to give you a better chance of hitting, and also the closer you are, that kind of bar means also that the kind of damage that you're doing with the weapon. It gives you a better chance of actually reaching and hitting them, which is good. I'm going to pick up some of this. I also want to smash through this to lose maybe a space in my inventory. But yes, we're going to just quickly wrap through a few of the locations in here, remembering that this is a saw blade. The crowbar can be used in place of lockpicks in order to get through a few locations, and then we can see what's going on besides that. The thing to remember is we wanted to pick up some wood if we could, and we also wanted to pick up some other bits and pieces, some more components I think, in order to build the alcohol thing next time. However, we have now got the opportunity to pick up this and this. So I think tomorrow we're going to show off a couple of things. In fact, next time it may be a question of showing off building this stuff, getting the materials as well to build the also getting the materials to build the alcohol distillery, and then we can kind of move on from that point. So I'm pretty happy with that. I'm quickly just going to go and grab maybe some food from upstairs, because we will need to eat tomorrow as the characters, and then we can kind of move on from there. I also want to break through a few of the other locations that I know in this map, just in case I want to come back here and pick up a few resources later in the game. As you can see, we've got a lot of this. We've also got some pure alcohol in here and some sugar. Just trying to work out if there's anything that's worth dropping. If I drop that for some sugar, just so I can show you it next time, the kind of, what's it called? The alcohol distiller. And I also know that there's a thing down here, a saw blade location down the bottom here, so we can get through here, which should be very, very good. I will then pick up what we need from here, and we will head back, and next time we can look into the, we can look into a bit more of the interesting things. That should be good as well, and I can actually grab that as well, and we can head to the exit. So thank you guys for watching. If this has been any help at all, please do like, subscribe, and do all those lovely things. And I will see you next week when we will go through specifically the alcohol distillery. We'll go through repairing items, and we may even get up to the exploits at the military outpost. If not, then we will look at trading exploits in episode 10. And I will see you for both of those very soon. See you then. Ta-ra.